63-21. The Raiders absolutely demolish the San Diego Chargers. At least we're not, the one thing we can agree on? At least we're not Charger fans. G'day guys, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Hey guys, if you do enjoy my content and you want to hit the like and sub and do all those YouTube things, it'll be fantastic. I'm on the road now, like a short road. I'm trying to get to 1933 subs because that's my next milestone. And you know the reason why, because it's the black and gold. Pittsburgh Steelers were founded in 1933. I'm sitting on 1922 subs, so I'm 10 away or 11 away. If you want to help me get there, hit the sub. If you enjoy the content, fantastic. Now, I do want to start off here just to go over yesterday's score. Or was it, Thursday Night Football? 63, the Raiders, versus the LA Chargers without the, is it Herbert? Mr. Herbert? 21 points. And also, some of those points were like, garbage time, or just the Raiders had pretty much had the job done. It could have been 63-0, really, right? So we had the Raiders absolutely smashing the Chargers. And I understand the fan base. I'm going to talk about the fan base on a few levels here. I'm not even sure what direction I'm going to go, but I'm going to talk about the Steelers season, how it's been interesting, and the chances still for a playoff chance as well. And you know what? My optimism and my positivity towards how we can still get the job done and turn things around. A lot of thoughts around firing Tomlin. I understand that. I get your frustration. I hear it. I've been hearing it for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. I know we haven't won a playoff game. I understand all of that. But can we not agree? At least we're not the Chargers. Could you imagine losing like that, sitting in front of that? And if I was doing a live stream, I don't think I would finish the game. If we're down by 49 points at halftime, I'd probably turn it off, say good night, see you later, enjoy the rest of your Friday, because that is pretty embarrassing. It really is. Having no Herbert, but their defense allowing 63 points. I think the third highest score in the NFL, in NFL history. The highest score, I think, was 73 or 74 points, something like that, to be number one. That's like what? 8, 9 touchdowns. It's terrible. So I understand the frustration of the fan base right now. I've felt it all week. I haven't really felt like I've been doing too much content. I want my team to win, the Steelers, with the black and gold helmet. I want everything, man. I'm surrounded by Steelers stuff. I really am. I want us to do well. I'm excited for the game coming up. But I have felt like this fan base, from the internet perspective, because that's the only other way that I see the fan base is through social media. And that could be, a question in itself as well. I do podcasts with Maddie from Steelers TDU, but I don't have any other interaction with fans besides social media. So it could be a social media, point of view where maybe social media is just, we know actually, social media is built off negativity. That's just the way it rolls. You have one person debate something, the other guy says something, these guys fight, the comments, the views, the ads come in, and it just drives social media, which drives the ad content for the big companies. That's what it does, right? So my viewpoint off the fan base is based off social media, which is a starting point. But there are positive sides and negative sides, and it's definitely been an interesting season so far, right? And I think without some injuries here and there, the Steelers might have a better chance to win games, and you can't drop. There's no excuse to drop Arizona. There's no excuse to drop the Patriots game. So I understand the frustration. That is Steelers fans, on the side of, we have to fire Tomlin, you got to fire Canada, you got to fire Rooney, fire these dudes. But where I stop though is I don't try and stay there too long. That makes sense, right? I still think we have a chance to turn it around, and the frustration level is high. The Steelers fan base has felt flat recently. When I'm going around the internet, and even my channel here, I've just felt this unease of like, maybe we're not a good team. And maybe we're not a good team. Because coming off, or 2 years after Big Ben retired, future Hall of Famer quarterback Big Ben, it has been a bit of a rebuilding, retooling process. Hasn't been the smoothest of transition from, one quarterback to the next. And also, Kenny Pickett, we want to see him healthy. He's been out like 5 times. And we just don't know what Kenny Pickett is going to bring for the end of the season if he does come back for the 1 week or maybe a playoff run. We don't know. And then next year, we've got to go through all of it again. Through the offseason, getting better O-linemen, getting possibly trading receivers. I think Deontay might be on the outside looking in. Getting new coaches at his OC, getting all those kind of parts. And what did you really learn or see from Kenny Pickett and this offense this year? Not too much. The passing game isn't there. The O-line isn't there. Some days you can run the football really well, but then pass protection is absolutely bogus. It goes nowhere. So I understand the frustration from the fans on one side saying, you know what, Mark, I'm done with the season. I can't get hyped anymore. You know what? And that's cool. You guys, if you feel that way, fair enough. Fair enough, right? I get the frustration on that level. However, big point on the other side, we've still got 4 games left. We've got the Colts, Bengals on my birthday, which is the 24th, your 23rd, Seattle, Ravens. 4 games. Now, Mike Tomlin and crew, they can turn it around. It's been done before. They can turn it around, go on a run. But the real big question is, do the Pittsburgh Steelers players, coaching staff, and organization, do they want to? What is their want or their will to turn this around? There's no doubting them that they can't do it. People will say they can't win a playoff game. They can't turn it around. Well, we don't know yet. That's the one big mystery. That's the one big thing why I watch Pittsburgh Steelers football is because you don't know the result. If we knew the result, it wouldn't be as fun. If you knew you're going to win 63-21 already, sure, it'd be a great game to watch and getting almost 10 TDs, extra points, interceptions, fumbles. It'd be fantastic. But if you already knew the result, it's not that fun to me. What is fun is the fact is you don't know what's going to happen. And that's why we cheer anyway. And you hope that Warren and Najee and the O-line can get back to where they were fighting and taking on the Bengals in the run game and improving each week. But what happened was the speed hump or 2 speed humps where we thought after Matt Canada was fired, and that's why this Pittsburgh Steelers, season has been interesting. They fired Matt Canada, and we thought, you know what? That was the monkey off the back. But we realized by looking at the team, there's more issues than just the offensive coordinator. There's the players, there's the quarterback play, there's all kinds of things that, maybe tight ends or receivers giving up on routes. Merrill Hodge had a my mate Merrill, who wanted to try and get back on the program next year if I send him an email, he had a very interesting comment. He said that the tight ends or the receivers or those kind of blokes out there, they looked like 2 turtles humping or something similar to that, right? Everyone's having their take. Chris Hogue, Big Ben. There's so many people having their take. There's more people on the outside having their take than the actual players on the field. Like podcasters like me, YouTubers like me. If you don't like me, sweet. If you do, fantastic, right? But we're having our take. Everyone in the comments, like I said, podcasters, everyone's got their view on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's either going to be, you know what, man, I'm done. I can't handle it. I'm over it, man. I'm done. Or it's going to be, I'm pretty keen for the next 4 games. And let's see what happens. Now, do I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl? No, I don't. Do I hope they do? 1,000%. Wouldn't that be amazing if they went on a 4-stretch run? They win all 4 games. They get paired up with Steelers versus Jaguars in the wild card. They beat them at home. They then verse the Ravens the second week. They beat them at home because they beat them, twice in the season. Then they go into the AFC Championship game versus the Dolphins, and our defense takes care of Tua. And next minute, it's Steelers versus Philadelphia. And you know what, Mark? That's a pipe dream. You're dreaming. Well, sometimes it's fun. People get into the draft. They talk about the draft all the time. Or they talk about the next OC. Why can't we go down this route? I know there are viewers right now are like, yeah, man, why can't we do that? Why can't we go from one win to the next, to the next, to the next, and see what happens? Now, if you want to not even have a chance to do that, and you want to go from, you know what, I can't stand the team, I can't get hyped anymore, they frustrate me, they annoy me, and I'm done, then that's it. That's your journey. My journey is taking on the Colts this week. Gardner Minshew, TJ's back, Highsmith's back. Go have a game. Get double sacks for both players. TJ, Highsmith get 2 each. Turn the ball over. Minka, catch it one-handed. Cameron Hayward, lead by example. Get the job done. Joey Porter Jr., put yourself on the map even more. Get a pick. Turn this thing around. Win this game 26-6. Set a real example for this season that you can come back, and back it up as well in Heinz Field the week after. Right? Anyways, guys, that's kind of my little video today. I just want to get some things off my chest because I do know that the fan base is very frustrated. I am too. I am. This whole week I felt flat. I was like, I don't even know if I want to talk about the team right now. But then I get back round to with 2 days to go, and there's 4 more games left that I want to enjoy because in the off season, it takes 6 months to get there. And what do we do in those 6 months? We complain and we want football back in September. And now we have a chance to rally behind our team when they need us the most to be supporters and fans of the team is right now. Even if you don't like the coaches, even if you don't like the players, I'm not a big fan of Trubisky, but I will be cheering on Trubisky 1000% to get the job done. If you don't like the players, you don't like the coaches, you don't like anything like that, then cheer on the team, the black and the gold. Because what a story it could be if the Steelers win 3 out of 4 or 4 in a row, get a wild card, maybe win the North if the Ravens collapse or Browns collapse, and next minute we're in the playoffs. But Mike Tomlin can't win one. There's always something. There's always a rock in the way. There's always something in the way that, interferes with this, journey or with this dream or hope that exists. There's always something in the middle. Mike Tomlin can't do this. Trubisky can't do that. This offense stinks. I understand that. I understand they stink. They're not good. They're not as fun to watch than the 2008 Steelers or the 2016 Steelers when I saw Steelers versus Ravens on Christmas Day. Was fantastic. But there's still a chance that they get the W here. They improve to 8-6. There are teams in the AFC right now: Bills, Colts, Texans, Denver, all fighting for 1 or 2 spots, maybe 3, if the Browns fall off for the last 3 wild card spots. And the Steelers are in that. And all you got to do, no matter what, is if you win these games, you're in the playoffs. I'll see you later.